What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to another episode of the Lions Fan Report. You already know who's here.
Hey.
Amy, aka Sky, and then Tori.
Hey, what up?
And this week has kind of been an interesting week. I'd have to say myself. I don't know if you've been watching, guys. I know Tori's been watching. I've been watching all these videos about not training camp, OTAs, all these workouts, all these things. And what I want to start out with here is it, there's such a different vibe going into this year than there was in like the last 3 years of Dan. And the reason I say that is I don't know if you feel this way, Tori, but after last year's winning, I wouldn't say winning season, I guess to say, with going to the NFC Championship and everything like that. It's just like when you watch videos online of these guys and the coaches to the players to the trainer to whoever you're watching, it's just that like there's like a different level of excitement.
Yeah.
It's like they're almost like they know what to do now. You know what I'm saying? They're knowing what they're preparing for instead of like preparing for whatever could happen. Like these guys are like goal oriented preparation, ready to go, like in everything they're doing. The way they talk about each other, the way they go about their business so far in the training camp, the way that they went about business in the draft, like everything so far this little off season has just been like, I don't know. The vibes have been good.
It's different. It's very different, but I know what you mean. And it's a good different also because you look at these guys and you can see the drive that they have on their faces, like in their eyes, the way they're speaking, like they know what is coming and they're ready. And it's even like rubbing off on the rookies on how, like, when you hear them talk, it's like, whoa, you are a rookie, but like they are ready. They know what's to come.
Right, no rookies involved. The random guys that they're bringing in from the from other team, free agents. The random guys from the Matthew Betts, like they're saying that, I know it's this, they're playing against not air, but they're playing padless and then whatsoever. They're not. It's not super contact, but they're saying they're utilizing him in good ways. Like there's this fucking Terrion Arnold has a new nickname called Sub-Zero. That's what he calling himself.
Yeah.
Like the vibes are just so good. Like I've never experienced an off season like this.
No.
Because that even with almost winning last year, the 8-9 and all that shit. I mean, yeah, it put us in a good situation. You know what I'm saying? Like they were knowing what they were doing and they were ready to go and yada 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 and all these different things. But at the same time, the vibes weren't this.
No.
The vibes weren't this at all. It was more or less like we could instead of we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like we got there, we know what it feels like right now. At least the guys from last season, and before like last off season during this OTAs and stuff, we didn't know what this was going to feel like. So it was a lot sillier, happier vibes, and we were all just more excited to see what this team was going to do. Now coming into these OTA, we know what this team can do, and we've only gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
And
we know what the other teams are. That's the other thing on top of that's the cherry on top of all this shit. Because we know what, based on last year, we didn't lose much and we got better. Other teams, yes, did get better. I'm not going to sit here and say like the fucking Bears didn't get better. We know the Bears got better. We know Minnesota kind of got worse. We know Green Bay is going to be a little bit better. Like we know these things. Like these are very obvious things just by like the way the chain reaction happened in the offseason. But like it's almost like, I guess the best way to put it in my eyes, like it's like we know we're gonna win something, and they're acting like it.
Yeah.
And they're going about their business like it. You know what I'm saying? There's no more, we're hearing all kinds of shit from about everybody. It's not just random spits and spats of just one or two people. It's the entire team is getting good looks, good recommendations to the media about go watch this, or he's having a great camp, or he's a man, or JMO's he's a man on the mission type of thing. So I'm gonna transition right into that because that's my first topic, anyways. To be honest with you,
Perfect.
JMO, man, what I've been seeing, I don't know if you guys see it. I know you guys got to be watching. Again, I know Tori's watching. I'm watching. Anybody with eyeballs and loves the Lions should be watching. But damn, some of the videos I seen, like the one that came out today, the little over the shoulder, right over Terrion. I mean, he was the DB was stacked with JMO. Was the ones that he's normally dropping.
But JMO doesn't have hands.
Baskets. Yep, exactly. So, is there a little bit difference in the team this year? Yeah, I think they're just getting better. And JMO is like, to me, like the leading horse of the get better train and next level train, to be honest with you.
Oh, definitely.
And Hutch, which I think Hutch is already there. So, but
Hutch is always back there.
Right, exactly. It's just that I think JMO's going to come on, after coming, what it was his yards last year. JMO's large.
I don't remember what the exact was.
I mean, he had, what did he have last year? Let's see what JMO finished with last year. Regular season 2023, 354 yards. So, that being said, I mean, Tori, top of your head, first thing that comes to your mind, what's JMO's yardage going into next year? What are you thinking?
I said last week we're going over 1,000 with JMO. Altogether yards. I can see it. Without Josh Reynolds, we're going to be missing that huge piece. And if they can put JMO in to take some of his like plays across the middle and stuff and just let him run.
And that's all a lot of us want to see.
Yeah.
Is basically the takeover of Josh Reynolds' role.
Yep.
He should be getting the same amount of looks, basically taking the looks from Josh Reynolds in the scheme last year, which they may utilize Khalif more because they've been on his ass. We'll talk about that in a little bit. They've been talking about him yesterday, how good he is and how he is to the team and all yada, yada, yada. So we'll get to that. But I really need JMO to take that next step and be that guy when it comes to the number 2 wide receiver. Obviously, a lot of people say that he's the number 1, or I mean, I don't know how they could say that, but that's what people say on the block. But just because Amon-Ra's a fucking slot, which doesn't really make sense to me because he played 51% of the time outside last year. So riddle me that fucking one. But that being said, we basically, in my mind, we have 2 wide receiver ones.
Yeah. And they're so different.
Completely different. They do everything different. I mean, you have your best of the best. I mean, if you could take, let's just think about it like this. If you could take a Wes Welker and he had a fucking baby with Hines Ward, that's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Because he runs routes like Wes Welker and blocks like Hines Ward. And he's right in the middle of their height. So, slot, whatever you say. Like whatever you guys want to say about him being a slot receiver and that being that or whatever. Whatever you want to say. But all I'm going to say is I think he's a little bit more of a slot wide receiver.
Yeah.
And he's going to prove it along with JMO. Because fuck. He's coming this year. I don't see how he doesn't have a big year. I don't know about 1,000. It's to him in the way what routes he runs and the way they utilize him. 1,000 could be easy if he gets the touches, if he gets the looks he's supposed to get.
Oh, definitely. But
I think he's going to, just because again, you don't have that other wide receiver that you had last year in Josh Reynolds. You moved on from you're on the Donovan Peoples-Jones basically for a replacement for him. JMO's going to be the leader coming out of that situation outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then you add Laporta. So 1,000, I mean, Sam could go for 1,000, and JMO could go for 800. It could be flipped. Who fucking knows? Goff could throw for 45. it could be a big fucking year.
And our inside.
Right. No, exactly. So it's like there's a lot going on with the man on the mission, as I'm gonna say it, but everything I've seen from him, Tori, and I know you're in the same spot, because you love his ass. J-Mo is your fucking guy. He is a man on a fucking mission. That one over the shoulder, I can't get over the one over the shoulder, the little one a day.
It's so nice.
Because it's easy. You guys know this. Like look at the last couple of years and looking at the way he catches balls. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look very easy or just kind of nonchalant to him. Now it just looks like it's another day.
Yeah.
It's like he got his hands back. Not back, but his hands improved back to where they were in college. I don't know. But he's catching the fucking football. So that's all we want. That's all we want out of our fucking, second fastest guy in the NFL type shit.
And can we talk about the pass?
What?
The pass from that catch, from the clip you're talking about?
Yeah, go ahead.
Goff can't throw it deep. Goff can't catch him in stride. Looked pretty fucking perfect to me.
On a dot in the breadbasket.
Exactly. And the coverage was good.
Pinkies crossed.
Coverage was good on it too. I was looking at some of the comments. They're like, "Oh, cooked." Like, no, that was good. I wouldn't be mad if that happened to us. I mean, I still would be.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be mad at all.
I would still be a little sad, like, oh, no, but it was perfect. But Goff can't catch him in stride.
That narrative is so weird to me. Because when we watch, and if you watch it back and all those deep balls and everything like that he had and everything, he did some things wrong. Goff made some bad throws sometimes. Like it was a mixture of both, and it's just communication, not being on the same page. Exactly. Especially when you ain't got a Pat Mahomes arm, you kind of got to get used to fast guys like that. And it seems like he has.
I know they do off summer, or not off summer, but they do training in California together too. It's been reported he's gone out there with him and Saint before.
Yeah, that's where it doesn't click for me when people say that like this isn't going to come to fruition at some point in time. Like it's going to happen. The big moment is going to happen. Like, that's just the way that works. So that's where I just don't get it. What are you gonna do? That's what I'm gonna say. What are you gonna do? Because J-Mo's coming to town, and you're not gonna like it. He's making a couple stops. One stop being the end zone. A couple fucking times. So, good luck to everybody catching him this season, because it's gonna take a lot, a whole lot. Now. Next thing I want to talk about really quick here. Now this can be quick. It can't be quick, but it's got to be quick because I don't know what they're gonna do. The way they're talking about it, I have no fucking clue what they're gonna do. The starting corners and DBs. Like we obviously know who some of the starters are gonna be. Brian Branch will be a starter. Kirby will probably be a starter. Unless if he goes off in camp, which. The only person I say then that is going to be probably I'm going to say Brian for sure, and then Kirby could be a mix up with Iffy. I have no idea. And what up, everybody in the chat? I appreciate y'all.
Hi, John.
What up? What up, John? I need to look at him creeping up on my ass, man. Working man here. Welcome to Working Man, John. From the What Up No Friday show, working man on his way to work. He works 38s when I say that shit. So funny. No, who else is in here today? We got Rux in here. Appreciate you, Rux. Who is that? Is that Reese or Ev? Pot Scraper. Is that Reese or Ev? I can't even remember. I think that's Reese. Reese, if you want to come up, bro, you can always come and chat, bro. If you want to chat, bro, just let me know if you want to up. We'll send you a link or something like that.
Absolutely.
You know, it's going to be the first career wide receiver. Going to be the first receiver from his draft class to go off besides Pickens. Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. to be honest with you, because that draft class of that wide receiver group is not like you weren't picking any top fivers. You know what I'm saying in that group. But I think also Chris Olave might be there as well. Chris Olave, I think, is going to have a huge year going into this year. So that man is a menace. I will say that. So I don't think. You think, Justin? You don't think Olave is going to have a good year regardless of his quarterback, bro? That's wild. And had a great year with Derek Carr. The rest of the dirt trains.
Dirt Carr.
Like, what are we talking about, bro? Dog Shito is what I call him. He's just the most overpaid fucking quarterback for no reason. Outside of like fucking Chase Daniel
Jones.
Nah, he hasn't proven that yet. He's got to be asked for another year. You said Wilson incoming 1,300, incoming JML 1K. I agree with that. I will agree with that statement. That is a good statement.
I'll agree with it because it has JMO at 1K.
I mean, it's accurate. I mean, well, I do see Wilson going for fucking 13. I mean, he's gonna. I think he might have a 1,500 year. To be honest with you, bro. With Rodgers, bro, like, what are you gonna do? Like, people still forget that that's Aaron fucking Rodgers. Not to stray off the Lions shit, but people got to remember, us Lions fans, we understand this. We understand this loud and clear, except for that last year. So, and that was just an ass beating on its way the fuck out. But before that, trust me, I'm used to getting my ass clapped twice a year. That's just the way that shit worked. That's the reason we didn't win a division. He's the reason why we ain't do shit a bunch of times when we were in a very good position to do shit. And then we ran into Aaron Rodgers and he bent us over a fucking barrel with no loop. Am I wrong, Tori?
No.
I know you're laughing because you know I'm right.
It's just so funny.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely happy. As soon as he fucking got the fuck out of there, I was like, all right, we have a division. All right. This could be really something. Because when you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers, like, there's no ever counting him out. No. Like, you just don't count that guy out. So regardless of what team he has and what's around him, what are you going to do? You know? Oh, Justin, we already talked about that, bro. I already have my whole old thing about that, bro. That special team shit is going to be huge this year. I've been saying it. I've been saying people have been fucking picking up free agents for it. They've been drafting because of it. Like, all these different. That's the reason we drafted Baki. Watch. Him and Khalif Raymond are going to be back there. Or fucking him and Maurice Alexander. So, I agree with you, bro. It's not talked about enough because I don't think, and here's my thing real quick on it. I'll stray to this too. But I honestly think that the reason that people aren't talking about it enough is because they don't understand it. They don't understand it, Justin. They don't understand it at all. Because there's a lot of little things that can happen on that kickoff and kick return with the new rule. And people are not looking into it. They're just completely. They just think they just watch it and they're like, oh, it's just two lines. They just do this. There's no other thing else you can do. It's just kick the ball. No, there's like 4 other things that can happen, and it's all based on where you kick the fucker too. Depending on where you kick it in what zone, that also is something too. So, another topic for another day. But I agree with you. People are brushing that shit over with like a motherfucker, bro. All right. So, another wide receiver that I want to talk about today that everybody's been talking about, Khalif Raymond. Our little Swiss Army knife, do it all motherfucker. And we all love him. I love him for a couple different reasons. He came from the Titans in a situation that was fucking horrible and wanted to prove himself to be a good wide receiver and to be a reliable wide receiver, and he did it.
Absolutely.
He came to a shit situation just like everybody else. Was like, I'm going to make waves in this motherfucker, and did. And the way that he gets praised, do you have the clip, Tori?
I do.
Yeah, play that clip real quick, because you got to see the praise he's getting from his fucking teammates, dude. Like, this shit's insane. Because I agree.
All right, can you see it?
Yep. Well, there we go.
He's as hard a worker I've been around. He's does all the dirty work. He does everything right. You see, the weight room, he does everything right. In the meeting room, he does everything right. You see him run and finish drills. He does everything right. Like, if you want to see as a rookie and you come in here and you want to watch what to do, there's plenty of guys to watch. Do what Khalif does, and you'll be just fine. And it's been invaluable to our team. I can trust him anytime he's in there at receiver at any spot. And I know he's an electric returner, but he's done a great job at everything, and I'm appreciative to have him on our team.
So, in for context, that people that maybe are not watching this because they're not Lions fans, maybe they're just hopping in and they don't know the team and all that thing. He's literally been our fucking like 4th and 3rd string wide receiver for the last 3 years, and he doesn't move up or down the depth chart. Like, that is his legitimate, solidified position. Wide receiver 3/4 and kick returner.
And he
And
does a
punt
damn
returner.
good job at both.
Or not kick returner, punt returner. He doesn't return kicks, but punt returner. Good job. Dude got extended. Dude's getting fucking praised by his teammates, including the quarterback that just got 180 something million fucking dollars deposited into his fucking credit card account. Just a zip. Here's 180 for you. Goffy, guaranteed. Swipe me twice. Zoop, zoop. 180. You know what I'm saying? So when a guy like that is talking about his fucking wide receiver 3-4 like that in their special team, there's something he's doing right.
Yeah.
They know that he knows that he's never going to be the guy in any situation, but what he does know and understand is his fucking role, and he does it well.
Yeah,
So,
you throw Khalif out, you can trust he's going to be doing his job. If he needs to throw blocks, he's going to throw blocks. If he needs to go down and get a deep ball, he's going to go down and he's going to get that deep ball. He is going to do exactly his job on returning punts. He's going to see the lanes and take what he can to get. And try to get more. Yeah.
That's why he's a Pro Bowler. He catches the ball and gives us 20 yards. I don't want anything more than that. It don't even matter. I don't even give a fuck about punt returns. I mean, you get a punt return. Woohoo! Good shit, bro. That's amazing because it never fucking happens. So if you do it, you do it. My thing is this yards after catch. You catch the bitch, you give me 15 to 20 every fucking play, every kick return. I mean, every punt return. I think, yeah, he's got to average like 15 to 20.
He gets a good bit.
That's just the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got to be up there in the average.
And he's fast.
And then on top of that, they're talking about Khalif, and they were also talking about there's also a couple spots for guys to get in the wide receiver group, because I think there's tons of room in there. Yeah. I think the only guys that are solidified is J-Mo, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Khalif, DPJ if he doesn't suck.
And DPJ is still like on border for me.
That same. We got to see what he does. He's gotten buff as fuck, but what the fuck's that mean? That doesn't make you a good wide receiver, bro. Like, there's a reason why you were literally only out there on blocks and you didn't get more than 2 fucking balls the entire back half of the season when you came to our team. You're just not that guy. Unless he is and they just wanted to work him in. I don't know. They're weird about that shit.
It's possible.
They will play a lesser player that they like just because he knows the situation. I mean, that's just the way they go about their business, which isn't a bad thing.
No, they trust their guys, and he was new. So, I mean,
right.
Crucial situation, you're going to go with the guy you trust.
That's why I love Khalif.
Yeah.
When I see him walking in there, I'm like, oh, cool. How many other teams in the league can say that about their 3rd and 4th string wide receiver? that when he walks out, they're like, we're Gucci.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried. So it's just so fucking. But again, that goes back into what we were talking about right when we dropped in. The vibes. They're just there. Everybody's playing well. Everybody's doing the right thing. People are getting better. We're better. Some teams are worse. Some teams are better. I don't know. I just think we're a little bit of a little bit more than a couple car lengths ahead in this race. In the NFC North, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. Especially after the offseason. So now, one thing a lot of people in my circle talk about, and Tori knows this because everybody bitches about it so damn much. And I know everybody listening that's in the fucking spaces and all kinds of shit bitches about this fucking guy. So we seen a little bit of from him today. I know, get your little stiffies going, so you can fucking stop talking about the motherfucker 24/7 because he's a goddamn developmental player. Broderick Martin. You guys happy you seen him? You got a fucking glimpse of Batman? Like, I just want to know. I need to see some feedback on this one, guys, because there was a clip. Tori, you got that clip too? Let's show them really quick that clip. Because I know you got that clip in the tank. See? I know she's got it in the tank. Just ready for you fucks. All you Broderick Martin haters. You guys love it. Love to pick out that one pick. That and the Levi pick. Yet he's still on the fucking team.
Where'd it go? Hold on.
All good. No, I just want him to simmer in this shit. Before they fucking, get the jump in. Because what do you say about DJ Reader? Let's see here. DJ Reader update. Haven't seen much of he rehabbing or what. Yeah. No, I mean, there hasn't been much news on it, to be honest with you, Justin. I've been looking out for it too. There really hasn't been much of fucking anything, dude.
All right, I got it.
Like, they don't even talk about it.
Here we go.
Well, there you go. All 5 fucking seconds of it.
Let's reminisce. Shoo.
No, don't play it again. We need at least 20 seconds of this shit playing over and over again.
Do one more.
Yep, there you go. One more. No, go back. You go back, damn it. One more. I want one more. I want one more press. So we know we're not leaving nobody out in the back. No, but on some real shit, guys. Like, Broderick is a developmental player. That you guys knew this when they picked him. I know we knew some picks, got him at 3, all that kind of shit. But if he does develop, look at what we have. So with you seeing him, the little sighting, your little Batman sighting, let's calm it down. If he gets in, he gets in. That's why we went out and got Reader. Why we did that.
And that's also, they're not padded up. And that's against Wingo.
Right, it's literally just a little drill. That's all it is. I just wanted to show it to him because they always talk about him like they don't see him, like he's a ghost.
He's there. But I am very interested to see, like, once we get pads going and he starts getting some reps, what he's going to do. Because that body transformation is huge, but what's he going to do with it? What is their plan with him?
No, and my thing about it is, to me, it's got to be just a long-term nose tackle. Like, they just wanted a dominant, long-term developmental nose tackle at that size. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just wanted a guy at that size because he's kind of a freak at his size. Like, like, the guy's a fucking monster, dude. If he just comes together a little bit, he's gonna be nasty. That's why you draft a guy like that. Especially when you have a loaded roster Like we talked about it in the offseason. Not last year, but this year. It's even more this year than it was last year. We don't need... There isn't a lot of spots left for people to start outside of a couple positions. So it's okay to take chances on guys that could be great players when you have the opportunity to.
Yeah, especially when we can put them under these great starters and let them learn. Watch how they do business. Watch how they play. Watch how they conduct themselves. Learn under them. Basically become a sponge. Everything they say, you're going to take that shit in. Everything they do to warm up, to every little extra thing they do. Take that into consideration. Make yourself better. Because these guys are proven. They're successful. And for your position as like a rotational guy or a backup is to become better, to hopefully try and take that spot from them.
Yeah, and the thing about it too with this one is just like let them take their time on something, man.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's a fucking third round developmental quarterback or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So I don't see the deal, man. I don't see the deal. I'm glad he's getting out there. I'm glad he's getting better. I hope he becomes a good player so he can play with us. Like, truly, he could make waves if he wanted to. Oh, somebody got it. Somebody got the fucking joke. Besides Tori.
Yeah.
I
was kind of waiting for it, to be honest.
My next thing here is now that we're done with the Brady train.
The Brady train.
I kind of want to get some feedback from the chat a little bit and Twitter and all that kind of stuff, man. Who has the bigger year? J-Mo or Gibbs?
Ooh.
I don't hear anybody talking about this.
That's spicy.
Who has the bigger year?
In terms of stats or in terms of like shock factor, you know?
I'm talking about stats, shock factor, all in general. Everything together. Who has the bigger year? Who's more explosive? Who goes for that 1,000 yards? Who gets more catches or carries? Like, obviously, I'm not talking about versus each other. I'm just talking about in general and in like in their position versus other people in their position type shit. Now, J-Mo's not going to get Amon-Ra St. Brown numbers versus, you know what I'm saying? That's just not going to happen. But with wide receiver versus running back position, I mean, the yards could be there. So, to me, what's bigger, J-Mo having 1,100 yards or Gibbs having 12? That's, you know, and to me, I honestly rather have the Gibbs going for 12. And the reason I say that is because if Gibbs is going for 1,200 yards, that means our offense is moving up and down the field.
Yeah.
Not saying that if J-Mo doesn't get 1,100 yards, that's not the case, but we know how yardage can go with wide receivers. You can be a wide receiver on a dick team and still get the yards. Now I do say that can go for running backs, but the running back situation a little bit harder. You get the ball handed off to you, and you had to go make that fucking play. So the 1,200 from Gibbs would be nasty, I think, and I think Gibbs has a bigger. To me, we've talked about this last week. We talked about it on shows, spaces, all these kind of things. I think Gibbs is in for one of the biggest years of his career. I think this year might be one of the biggest years of Gibbs's career. The reason being is I think that that like Montgomery said, they're a little peanut butter and jelly and everything like that. But I think that the coaching staff and everybody has kind of seen the light when it comes to what running back is more of a difference maker or a game changer, like Cam Newton says.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, David Montgomery can break shit. He can break the long run. We've seen it. We've seen all that shit. But he's not Jahmyr Gibbs.
No.
He is not one step away from breaking a touchdown every single play. That's just, it's not him. It takes a couple things to happen for David Montgomery to break a 80-yard run. It takes a missed tackle from a safety for
Right.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Because even with an angle of pursuit, the other safety's not fucking catching him, and there's like 3 corners in the entire fucking league that can run him down from behind. And one of them's a rookie. So
I was just doing a little bit of looking online, and I knew that Gibbs got close to 1,000 last year. He ended up at
right?
945.
45. That's right.
So he was right there, and we really weren't using Gibbs until, what was it, week? Oh, that's a really tiny number. Week 8 in the Raiders, I believe it was. Right. I could be completely wrong, but that's when we saw him. The game slows down for him. So he's getting 945 when for the first 7 games, we're not seeing too much of him. We would see him, but it was getting to the point where everybody's like, why are we not seeing him more often? Why is he not getting more?
And I agree with that totally, Tori, because here's my thing about it. And I know this is not the day and age that we're in, right? We're not in the day and age of dudes going for 2,000 anymore, because they usually have another running back they're spelling with one of the running backs, so they're fresh.
Right.
You're seeing more running backs become fresh because of the passing game expanding. With the passing game expanding, you need a spell back. It's just you're getting 2 backs now. So, and that's what kind of, it's not that it sucks, you know what I'm saying? But for Jahmyr Gibbs, it kind of does, because with David Montgomery on the field, he's gonna get those carries taken away from him. Because in my eyes, next year, if David Montgomery goes down, God forbid he does not go down, but if he goes down, you better best believe if Jahmyr Gibbs stays healthy all fucking season, you might see him get 1,600. You may see him get over 15. And I'm not fucking kidding.
Because 1,200 really isn't undoable looking at these numbers, because again, we didn't see him the first 7-8 games too much, and he's already almost at 1,000. Coming into year 2, when he's going to be pretty featured, he's going to have a lot of his own stuff written up for him. 1,200 is not unreachable for him.
The year that they went to the Super Bowl with the Rams, how many yards did Todd Gurley have that year? Chat, anybody know off the top of their head? Before Tori looks it up, little speed devil ass. She's already tried to do it. Look at her. Because that's the shit that you can see like replicated in a scenario where there's only one running back with this offense, because that's the way that's the way they run the offense with Jarrett. Now, my thing about the whole David Montgomery being in there is he's going to get probably 45% of the carries. I see an uptick from Jahmyr, so he's going to take 800, 700 yards off the board from Jahmyr, in my eyes. I want to say 70. I will say 400, because you would have a backup or a third string running back in there getting carries here and there. So you give them between a third and second string running back, typically that aren't like another number one wide receiver or number one running back, because we have 2 number one running backs technically, in my eyes, that they would see 200 to 400 yards through a year as a backup. So David being a 45%er, that's where I see that. And then, you get your other 5% in there from fucking whoever, Craig Reynolds or Baki or whoever they want to put in there, running back. Fucking Aleem McNeil from the videos that we've seen this week.
Okay, so in 2019, he went for 857.
Rushing?
Yeah.
That was the year he was hurt, right?
2019, yeah. 2018, 1251. 2017, 1305.
right? So those are the yards that I'm looking at. Todd Gurley yards in an offense like this. Not saying Jahmyr Gibbs is Todd fucking Gurley because they're completely different running backs. But the situation of playmaking, it's there. It's no different. I don't see any difference in Todd Gurley's ability to making plays and Jahmyr Gibbs. I see no difference. That's just my opinion. But I'm looking at a guy that can run between the tackles and another guy that can run between the tackles and a guy that can catch the ball like a wide receiver and a guy can catch the ball like a wide receiver. You tell me the fucking difference. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and my thing about this one is it could be judged so many fucking different ways for so many different reasons and by so many different people. So it's kind of like it's an opinion-based thing. But if you understand what the Lions got going on, and I could guess what game you would probably do, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is what's the biggest game on the Lions schedule this year, and for kind of what reason? Because there's a couple big boys on there that deal with timing, that deal with what ifs, that deal with a little streak of fucking games, a little stint of shitters that we have.
Yeah.
There's a couple bad motherfuckers in there.
So when you say that, my brain instantly goes to Texans. That game is highlighted. Why?
Because I don't think that's the biggest game, but that is a good game. That is a good game.
It's just going to be such a good game. And it's literally like highlighted in my notes, circled. So excited for it. Brain instantly goes there, but it also goes to the Niners game. Because that game is also at the end of the season. Are we going to be playing all our guys? Well, where's seeding at? Where's injuries? Like, it's going to be an interesting, but that's a revenge game. Huge revenge game. Not even just, that we lost. No, we lost in the NFC Championship by half a game to them. They're not forgetting that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't, like I said, I think that's going to be a fucking phenomenal game. Yeah. That is going to be a masterclass between CJ Stroud and Jared Goff. It just will be. And then the Texans add in who they did in the offseason, then who we had in the offseason. Like, it's going to be that, like we talked about before, I think that's going to be the Chargers game of last year. Complete fucking shootout, 35-34, last possession type of fucking game. Yeah. Whoever it comes down to who's got the ball with fucking 40 seconds left in the possession is going to win that motherfucker.
It's going to be so fun.
Right. It's going to be a fucking crazy one. It's going to be a fucking wild one. The biggest game that I have, though, I know a lot of people are going to fucking hate me for this, but it's the second Green Bay game. The reason I say that is I think they will be. I honestly think Green Bay could be contending for the division this year. I know you guys don't want to fucking hear it. I know you don't want to think about it. I know it pisses you off that they're going to be still relevant and fuck another goddamn good quarterback. Fuck Jordan Love. Fuck, however you want to look at it. But what I'm saying is, dude, you guys know, stop fucking kidding yourself. Okay, let's jump on the reality train for a second. Choo-choo. All right, let's get down the fucking tracks where the Green Bay fucking Packers are, and let's step in reality for a minute because they're a decent fucking football team, everybody. They're a decent fucking football team, like it or not. It is what it is. They beat our ass last year. Don't forget that. So they're going to be on December 5th next year. They're going to be coming back to Detroit. And that could be one of those games where it truly does fucking matter if we win it or lose that bitch. This year, it didn't matter at all. But another year passed with those wide receivers over there, that quarterback over there, got a new running back over there.
Got some new defensive players. Got some players coming back. They're not going to be fucking bad, dude.
I don't think they'll be bad, but I don't think that they're going to be. It's not going to. Sure, they'll be the closest to getting the North, but I don't think they're still going to be as close.
Yeah, but Tori, my thing is, what if they're 2 games back going into that game? They're 2 games back. We then have to play the Bills, Chicago's, 49ers, and Vikings, and they beat us. Now they're 1 game back, and we have that schedule. That's my thing. It's not like they're gonna beat the shit out of us. They're a really good team, you know. It's what could happen when we play them, and then we have to play the Bills and then the 49ers. Still, do I think the Bills are like a super good fucking team? No. Could they beat us? Absolutely. That is absolutely a game that we can fucking lose. If you don't think so, you're a fucking moron. It's Josh fucking Allen.
He always comes up with something.
That's a dude that is pull shit out of his ass.
Yeah.
Did it against us on the fucking Thanksgiving game 2 years ago. Do we not fucking remember?
Yep.
We should have won that bitch. Well, we didn't. We folded. Like fucking origami. But I don't think that we're the same team. It's just like, come on, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
You can't count that fucking second Green Bay game on, especially with the games that we have left. So we lose that game. I don't give a fuck what they lost over there in Billtown, bro. 75% of their fucking offense went through Josh Allen. One way or another. Through his arm or through his motherfucking legs.
He was their leading rusher last year, too, I believe. I know it was the year before, but I'm pretty sure he was again.
It's not going to be a fucking walk game like you think it is. And we got our ass beat last year. They're going to be thinking they can beat our ass again, bro. They're not. It's not what you think it is. That is not what you think it is. Period. So be ready for that shit. That game is going to be a bad motherfucker. Get your that's a popcorn just like the Houston game.
No.
Just like the Houston game. That's popcorn. Get it ready. It is what it is.
So.
Yeah.
Maybe it's possible, but
what happens? What happens if we lose the first game against the Packers? I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here. I'm just trying to talk a little bit of, you know, actual reality of what happens with the Packers because they are better.
No, they are better for sure. And I do have us in my thing predictions losing to them once. I think I actually have us losing to them at home to be complete. No, I have them losing away. We see them twice.
I don't even give a fuck about playing in Green Bay the first time. Look at when we play them.
Yeah, we do pretty well there.
Jared's already beat that ass. Jared does not give a fuck about no fucking Green Bay unless it's fucking December 27th and it's -14 with 5 inches of snow. Yeah, Jared's going to fucking care then. He's a Cali boy.
Yeah.
And he plays in a dome. That's why I say don't hate it when we lose to Chicago every other year in Chicago. If it's a late game in the year, don't be mad. It is what it is.
Williams about to have the same problem too.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think that Jared sometimes has bad games outdoors, and it does factor in a lot when you're playing a division rival.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to beat somebody twice, and then if you got to play them in the playoffs, you got to beat them 3 times. That is a good thing.
This is a good thing.
That is a great thing that is happening. I'm glad it's happening, but there's still those 3 games. That, you know, what happens if we lose those 3 games? Just because, what's the narrative going to be then?
that Jared got paid. Oh, he can't play outdoors. He can't play outdoors, even though he wins a lot of games outdoors. But I'm just saying, against Chicago specifically, that's a tough game. Now that Justin Fields is out there, I don't know if it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
Justin Fields
That's all unseen.
Justin Fields was a menace for us, Tori. You know this.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody can shit on him all he wants, but when he played Detroit, he was a fucking menace.
He was fucking track star.
We're down to the wire every time with Chicago. Like, people think that we just go in there and beat the piss out of Chicago. We walk in there and they just piss down their legs. That's not how that works, bro. Like, that dude shit on us for his entire fucking time of playing in Chicago.
The play from last season of Hutch, my boy Jack, and then, oh God, who else? Just missing him.
We get lucky.
Embedded in my brain.
Exactly. We got lucky that they made a couple of our guys made plays because the dude was making plays all fucking game.
Made 3 guys miss.
So that's why, that's why Chicago gets weird and Packers get weird late. But that's the biggest game to me is that Packers late game. And I hope we win it because we're gonna need it going into those other games that we got after that. That's just my thing about it because that 49ers game is gonna be tough. That might be for the fucking 1 seed right there.
I think it would be. And if it's for the 1 seed, you best be knowing everybody's playing.
Oh, absolutely.
Towards the end of the year, maybe not, but if it's for that seed, everybody will be in.
Everybody will be in for the 49ers game anyways. The only game that they may not see, which you know how they are weird about the starters and stuff and everything like that, is the Vikings game, which I hope they sit a couple people, but they tend to just play through that shit. Yeah. So maybe not. Maybe they'll just take the experience they got last year and you know what? We'll sit some guys so nobody gets fucked and here we go. Can't do that anyways if they don't get a bye. What if they get a bye? You can't play. You can't just go get a rec game on the side. You know what I'm saying? Right. You gotta fucking bye. So like it or not. But yeah, that's any other questions, guys? I mean, there's been so many weird little things this week. Any weird questions that you guys may have about some things that we didn't talk about? Because like I said, there's a lot of weird little things that were happening this week. Like that fountain guy. Where the fuck did he come from?
I saw Dan talking about it and I was like, who? But
so did everybody else. Well, 2 weeks ago, me and John were sitting here talking. We're like, seeing him fucking running routes and shit. We're like, what the fuck is that big motherfucker? Looked him up. Yeah, he's big. 6'2", got some pounds, good hands. Hey, man, I'll take another wide receiver. And he's not a rookie. Yeah, see? There you go. There you go. Said something about them last week.
Yeah, he did.
Cool.
Therese Mountain.
Right, yeah.
Came from the Chiefs at some point.
We'll see. We'll see how he turns out here. Who knows, though? You know how they like we got our fast guy. We got our 2 fast guys. They don't
need it.
They don't care about it outside of that, so. We'll see how he works out, but who knows? Our wide receiver room is kind of light right now, so there's tons of space for whoever wants in. That's gonna prove themselves to fucking be worth it to Dan and them. That's really what it comes down to. That wide receiver spot requires a lot of blocking in this scheme, so you got to be a willing participant of our running game to even fucking touch the field. So
you're not blocking, you're not playing.
Right, exactly. You won't see a fucking ball. Ben won't throw you a ball. Yeah. With that being said, no one else got any questions. So, and I appreciate you guys. Another week here, jumping in with us with this YouTube shit, with us getting this started. Instead of doing the Spotify, like I said, we're still doing the Spotify thing. That'll be up. But we appreciate you guys. We appreciate it. We're getting good feedback. We're
absolutely
over 200 people in here. Couldn't ask for more. You guys are great. Fucking love y'all. I want to say this though. Make sure you go and give us a follow on YouTube, Detroit Fan Report. Make sure you give our watch our baseball show. Was that Tuesday night, Tori?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday
No.
night. No,
Tuesday night. Today's
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Tuesday night. What Up Doe on Friday night. We got some other shows coming along, so we appreciate it. Just give us a follow and a like and all that kind of good stuff so we can, kind of count those tallies up. Also, I want to start a mailbag here soon. Off the Twitter, I want to start a mailbag during the LFR show. I want to get some feedback. I want to get, maybe even a live mailbag. I've never seen anybody do a live mailbag. So
That'd be cool.
that would be awesome. I think that'd be something cool. And you're like, how do I do a live mailbag? Well, I'd get some questions and then I'd bring you on the show. And then you would ask your questions. And it would be live. Instead of me just reading off your fucking questions.
And you get to talk to us.
Yeah.
Hello?
And you get to hang out with us and fucking talk football and bullshit about the Lions for a little bit. And I like hearing other people's opinions. I'm not going to shit on your opinion unless it really sucks. But just don't bring really shitty opinions on here. Because you're going to get fried by me and then probably the chat.
Yeah.
So, and then you get those little giggles from El Tori over here.
Thanks.
So we appreciate you guys though. Hope to see you guys on here. We'll be on next week, same time. Sorry, we usually do it at 9. We're probably gonna just do it at 10 like we are the last couple weeks because I work some late nights and that's why we're late today because of my ass. Because I was at work. So fuck me.
I was on time.
Yep,
Like
she was
always.
on time. I'm a piece of shit. She's not. We'll leave it at that. I don't care. I'll take the blame. Fuck them.
Good.
But again, appreciate y'all. Have a great evening. Have a great fucking Wednesday. Good weekend. All that good stuff. And we'll see you on Friday for What Up, Doe. Peace.
Bye.